This is LEEDZ with LEEDZ Edutainment, and you're checking out SandoFilms.
SandoFilms Productions.
Slow motion through my fingers, sunshine in the ocean. I'm watching rain sand slip through my fingers in the cold wind. I exist right here in the moment. My whole life they've been trying to control him. I make the rules. Going through the motion. I'm watching rain sand slip through my fingers in the cold wind. I exist right here in the moment. My whole life they've been trying to control him. I make the rules. Going through the motion.
NED WELLBERY, grew up in Georgetown, Massachusetts, Sandown, New Hampshire. Currently a promoter for LEEDZ Edutainment out of Boston, Massachusetts. I mean, LEEDZ Edutainment was a company I started in 2005. Threw my first show around there in the Middle East with Royce the 5'9". That's kind of how that whole thing started. Before then, I was a street team kid for Metro Concepts, so I had learned the game a little bit from them, and I threw my first show at the Middle East. And you know, we've been running now for 15 years, throwing some of the best hip-hop shows in the city, as far as my opinion. You know, when you first become a promoter, you're doing it because you're very excited about music, you know, and you think big, you think too big, because you're not really trained on what shows will do, and it's a crapshoot anyway, so like, you think too big sometimes. So like, my first show that I threw with Royce the 5'9", I thought it was gonna be this huge sold out show, but in the end, it was, you know, it was a good show, it was well attended, but I lost money because I thought it was too big. That's kind of where you have to remove the emotion. It's tough when you're a fan of hip hop, you come in, you know, such a fan, but then become a promoter, you have to kind of be like realistic and play things down, unfortunately. And that's not easy to do when you're a fan of the artist. So like around 1992 is when I started listening to hip hop with Ice-T's album, The Body Count, OG, Original Gangsta. Then from there, I went into the NWA, Ice Cube, Eazy-E, all stuff like that. Mostly West Coast hip hop until probably about 93, 94 when I started getting into the New York underground hardcore scene. When I moved to Boston, I started doing mixtapes for local MCs. I did end up doing Slane's White Man is Devil Volume 1 and 2.
Why are you taping the door? You're taping the door. Every time I open the door, the camera's on.
You know, JDS, Amadeus the Stampede, and a few others, I started doing exclusive mixtapes. After that, it was kind of me, the progression was to just executive produce albums. And I started doing exclusive albums ever since then. That was probably around 2006 in the studio in my own house. And then I just kept rolling with that. My dream artist I wish I could have booked, it unfortunately passed away, and that would have been Guru of Gangstar.
Like New York got corrupt cops, the Dawn get enough props. Grizzy, ball hit Slizzy, here's where the buck stops. Can't help nobody if they don't want help, or if they want your spot, or if they want your wealth. Spitting the truth is never awkward for me. I'm game tight, talk slick, but you ain't talking to me. Got you swallowing words, copping a plea. You cornballs are never gonna stop, G.
I've done Premiere, but you know, unfortunately I'll never be able to do that. But alive, you know, I'd say Eminem, Jay-Z. Like I said, a lot of, you know, some of my favorite MCs passed away, so that's unfortunate.
Wise man gets more use from his enemies, and a fool gets from those that are friendly. Power is seen through the eyes of the Kennedys, or the rise and demise of the Genovese. Through a history of imperious acts, I still move with my spirit intact. It's all about where you're from that put you where you were at. So everywhere I ever been, you can hear when I rap.
Yeah, so I finished this project called Eastern Standard, which featured different MCs from all over the Eastern Standard time zones. I just wanted to kind of do something different that was more than just a Boston thing. And I got the opportunity to, you know, I did my research and I looked up the states and found the best MCs. Well, not the best MCs, but MCs that I could get in contact with that I thought that I really liked and liked what they were doing. And I got up with the Archetype, and we put together this 21-track compilation, and it's just like a classic hip-hop feeling compilation, and it's got a real good vibe to it. Archetype did most of the beats. Teddy Roxman did a few. Yeah, I just wanted to do something that was like a cohesive sound. You know, a lot of projects, the sound's all over the place. To me, I just want to take it back to the essence of hip-hop. Lyricism, hard-hitting beats, hard-hitting drums, and that's what we did.
16 years ago, I did my first show here. And LEEDZ put me on that show.
I mean, the release party was a great night. I mean, if you are a fan of hip-hop, and I mean hip-hop, not rapping, hip-hop, that was a great night. I mean, we had Slane in the building, Spose, Right Hook, Mega Ran, Chris Rivers, Jarv, and Jay Swiss, Marvelous, Stu Cat, Granite State, those are great MCs. I have them all under one roof, rapping for one night. Pretty classic to me. For good moments, we did Scarface recently, and DMX just happened to roll through and came out and did a set. That was crazy.
And that's love right there. That's gold. That's gold.
The Master Killer Inspector Deck show I threw. Deck was in here and Master Killer was in here, and we were all smoking blunts, and they were about to go on stage, and Deck started warming up with Bring the Pain, and they just went out, and it was just like, these are icons to me as a kid, and all of a sudden now I'm throwing this show and I'm a part of this, and that was a great experience, I gotta say. I mean, I never dreamed of that. Mortal Technique's first show there, I mean, that was just a powerful show. That was just one of those shows where you're just like, wow. Crowd energy and everything he was doing, and the performance was just like, wow. You could literally feel it. There's countless, there's so many memories I've had here. There's so much great hip hop in the Middle East.
You know what it is out here in Boston, chilling with LEEDZ EDUTAINMENT. I know what it is, man. They put this whole shit together.
The case I can't beat with the right amount of the moolah. If it's flip my own friends, rather rot in a cell. I'm alive and well, but barely sober. I thought my life was really over, but look at me swinging, hitting like I'm Sammy Sosa. My whole life is a series of bad events, followed by a grand slam. I'll be damned if I fail again. Hook. Ha. Eastern Standard. What up?
Right Hook. New album, Modify, on the way. Very excited about that. Incredible music. It's gonna, redefine. It's like he's an alternative hip hop artist, so it's like he's fusing rock elements with hip hop, and it's fire. Incredible. Yeah, so I guess artists I'm feeling right now in the game would probably be, for new artists, I'd say NF. NF is total beast. Obviously Royce doing his thing, Right Hook doing his thing, Slane, obviously from being from Boston, those are my two favorites. I think, obviously like what Kendrick and J. Cole do for hip hop, they're good for the culture. Besides LEEDZ EDUTAINMENT, I'm a downstairs booking agent for the Middle East nightclub. So that job requires me to book all types of music. So nowadays it's more than, I'm booking more than hip hop, so I have to be versatile in all genres. This year, the Middle East opened up a new room called Sonia, named after the sister of the Sader brothers that own this place. And it used to be TT the Bears, and I was able to oversee that whole production of renovating the whole club. So I got some good managerial experience that way. And that's kind of where my career has progressed. I've gone from like promoter to talent buyer of all genres to like manager. I'm not just a promoter anymore. And it's great to be multifaceted like this. The current state of hip hop is always up for debate. For me, it seems very divided. The old school dudes with the new school. When I was coming up, the old school and the new school kind of mixed together. So to see it kind of go like trap versus boom bap is kind of sad. I mean, I feel like we're all in the same gang when it comes to that stuff. It seems like there's a lack of respect or appreciation going either way, and I just think that everybody just needs to live and let live. 20 years I still hope to be in the music business. I mean, it's already been 15. My taste, hip-hop has gone in many different directions, so I think like I just kind of follow in the music is where it goes and where it takes me. I'm still a huge fan, so I always want to be a part of music, whether it's hip-hop or rock or alternative or singer-songwriter. That's where I see myself. If LEEDZ hopefully is still here doing hip-hop shows at the Middle East, that would be amazing. But I always foresee myself being some part of the music business, as long as I love music, and I still do. I still love the whole game.
Going through the motions. No, everybody break. I'm about to try and escape my own mind, but I can't seem to climb to the gates and get them open enough to conquer whatever's driving me straight to the bottom of my debate of how to pry the restraint off of the question of how to